What's shaking, Scorpio? Robin here. Welcome to AriesFireTarot, guys. So it's time for mid-month readings. This is going to be for August 2021. I am using the Starman tarot card deck as per usual, and I'm using one of the spreads that came in the companion book, okay? So this deck was sorry, inspired by David Bowie, and he collaborated on the artwork. So you're going to see his face in some of the cards, which I find super cool, okay? So let me just start shuffling the deck some more, and then we'll talk about the reading too. I keep the intro short, but I tend to babble away as well, so I'll try to keep it brief. So this is going to be for Scorpio in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? I love to give the advice that if your sun sign reading isn't resonating, go ahead and check out your moon sign, okay? Because it's just, sometimes you know that a reading isn't for you, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling this one. So maybe just flip to your moon sign. So anyway, guys, we're going to look at with the first card that I'm going to pull here. I need to clear the deck a little bit. A present situation, like the current energy available to Scorpio, what could be possible for you guys, you know, what you could be stepping into, you know. So let's have a card for that. I feel like I need to do a deck cut, and there's your card. There's two cards. There's three cards. Okay, so, I mean, you guys have some pretty amazing cards here. So the first thing that we have is that there's an immediate situation that is leaving you second guessing yourself, okay? We have the Five of Cups. Painful situation, okay? Painful. More than likely the most beneficial move that you could have made for yourself, you know, if a situation just ended, okay? Like a job or whatever. I actually got the word affair. You know, something that broke your heart a little bit, all right? But the other two cards that I pulled are going to say this needed to happen in order for, oops-a-daisy, the Starman and the Three of Pentacles to happen, okay? So it's kind of like you guys are having like just a baby mini tower moment, okay? So don't spend too much time in regret or thinking, oh, I could have changed the course of events if I had only done that, okay? That's a really regretful mindset to be in. And I read this meme a little while ago, and it just actually blew my mind. And it was very helpful for me to sort of reconcile painful events for me. And it said, you have to relieve yourself of the thought that things could have happened any other way. There is like your fated and karmic life plays out for you, and certain events were meant to happen at certain points in your timeline. So this was one of them. And it happened for a reason. You were playing the part in somebody else's story, or vice versa, or it was like put in at that key moment because it would open up your self-realization. So, okay, that was a tough lesson, okay? But I'm good. I'm not going to I'm going to do the appropriate, you know, whatever. I'm sad about that. I miss that person. I wish I hadn't have made that big stupid mistake. Okay? Make this a very short pity party. Okay, so that you can allow Starman, a Three of Pentacles, to come in and create magic in your life. I think I'm going to write that one down. Hold on. Okie dokes. So we're going to move on to the next card, which is going to be, it's going to show any cause of conflict. And that Five of Cups energy, it's no joke, okay? It's like, you've got a bright future over here. It's like tap dancing. Hey, let's go. But then your past beckons you to look at it until you start melting, and you're basically no good to anyone, most of all yourself, okay? So let's see a cause of conflict here for you guys. I feel like you're getting really powerful messages right now. You could have some fire sign coming in, brightening up your world. I have seen Sagittarius play very strongly in Scorpio's life for the past couple of months. And they could be like super annoying right now. They're probably a really close friend, or you're very comfortable with them. You have a really easy flow. And they could be coming in and saying things that could be just a little bit harsh right now for where you are. You know, if you look at the difference between a sun sign and a water sign, and you guys are water, I just paused because I'm an Aries sun and I'm a Cancer moon. So like I really understand the relationship between those two elements. So you guys could be, like I said before, in a puddle, and then Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius wants to come in and help you get up and brighten up your world. But they're basically, it feels like they're reducing you a little bit. It could feel like they're sort of minimizing you, but that's not quite what they're doing. They just see that your future is super bright and they want to help you, but they're a little overpowering right now. They're just coming on a little bit too strong. So if this is happening, if you have a friend or family member that's trying to guide you through a difficult situation, they might need to dial it down a little bit with this Ace of Wands, because they're coming on too strong. They're like really in your fragile state right now. They're too much. They're extra. You're like, ugh, it's just, they could be grating on your nerves. It could be a little bit too much for your ears. They're just overdoing it a little bit because they think that they're helping, and, you know, bless them and all of that stuff. Oh, you fire signs, you know. But if they're being too much, you gotta tell them. Like, sometimes you really need to hit Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius over the head for them to get the point. You know, because they don't do subtle. Okay, so if you've been giving a fire sign subtle signs, it's like whoosh, you know. So really just say, not today, I cannot handle it, bring it down. You know, if you want to hang out with me, let's keep the, you know, the cheer squad down to a minimum. Okay, you can rustle your pom-poms around, but, you know, step back off the drum line. You know what I'm saying? So change is needed in order to face your challenges here, Scorpio. And I think one of them is basically putting a leash on your fire sign friend who means well, but they're just like over the top. Okay, so change is needed. All right, you guys, so this is really looking at your future here with the Nine of Pentacles. And that's what's going on here with your Five of Cups, okay? You're not really looking at the future yet, and you might not be in a place where you're able to. You can see with the Five of Cups, man, this is tough to see. There's cups knocked over. You can see a cup knocked over here, and you can see some upright cups, and you're choosing to look at the knocked over cups right now. So I say that these cards are a little bit difficult for me to see sometimes, especially with certain color groups, because I'm colorblind. I have a really hard time with blues and purples, and that Five of Cups was like, you know, anyway. So this is the change, okay? All right, so my future has changed. It's different. It's not the one that I saw for myself last year, but where can it take me, okay? You know, just really start to soothe yourself with the changes that are possible for you. And they're not just possible, they've probably been thrust upon you because the situation ended that you just didn't know, like, oh, wow, that came out of nowhere. So how do I roll with it, okay? It's very important not to spend too much time in that pacifying yourself. And I really see where your Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius friend can be super helpful, but not if they're over the top and then you just don't want to take their phone calls, because they really will be helpful for you, okay? So your strength is just going to be in this calm sort of, you know, taking more of a, I'm getting the word boho approach to things, just being very earthy and just getting back to basics and doing for you, okay? You know, so nothing has to be super showy right now. It can just be, this is what I need for myself. I'm just going to be very like nurturing and loving and just watch my future bloom from there, you know? So I'm going to have an outcome here for you, Scorpio. So you guys, I think you've just been through enough lately. So, you know, You really need a good outcome here. So let's see what we have for you guys. You guys are kind of like going in circles, okay? So we've got the Prince of Pentacles, and this is moving forward, but you're not going to make very good headway if you keep looking into the back the way that the Prince of Pentacles is. And he's drowning out his future here. And you know what? This could be your fire sign friend in here. They're kind of drowning out your future. They could be muting what is possible for you. So you've got to tone them down. They mean well. Their heart's in the right place. But they're so concerned about your well-being. They're not understanding your natural need and your natural pace to heal from something. And that you don't have the big sort of showmanship, fire sign type of blazing, everybody pay attention to me because I'm going through this scenario. You're not like that, okay? So you're slowly moving away from it. You know, you're still looking at it. It's getting smaller and smaller off in the distance, but then you have like foghorn, leghorn, fire sign. Honestly, I'm a fire sign, okay? My son's a fire sign. Both of them are. So I know what I'm talking about, okay? But they're just too much. They could be blocking your healing. So just say, you know what? Instead of planning me a dance party or something really up, can we go do yoga or meditate or just hang out and say nothing? Just watch a movie, you know, go sit outside and watch the grass grow. Do something that is healing and not just sort of blistering past everything here. So guys need to really gain control of this fire sign because they're so worried about you that they could actually get in the way of your appropriate healing timeline, but they really, 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 really love you. And they super duper want to help you. So, I mean, yeah, but they're like, oh, not again. Here they go again. So just tell them, you know, this isn't what I need. That might work for you, but for me, I'm a water sign. I'm a little bit different. So let's just, what was it, Ross on Friends? I'm gonna go, guys. Take care. Bye.